In my last video, we spoke about what kind of saddle do you use for endurance. Now I wanted to take a little more in-depth look at stirrups, girths, and breastplates. You will notice a running theme in all my responses to these, and that basically everything has to be fit for purpose, comfortable, and safe. So let's just take another quick look at the AARA rules for tack. Pause to read. Pause tack, item 57. Why don't we start with girths? I personally prefer English girths. I have even taken the lattigos off this saddle and put standard girth points on. Personal preference, whatever suits you, what you use. I have both long girths and short girths, and if they don't have a buckle directly attached to the girth like this one, under here, I attach a girth loop. And I'll show you why in just a second. I also have a couple of girth fluffies that are used for horses that are sensitive or prone to rubbing. If you do use these, I 100% recommend natural wool, not anything synthetic, which can actually burn when it rubs a lot. Breastplates. You'll notice a theme with endurance breastplates and that they all seem to have this anti-gall rubbing, and they will have lots of clips everywhere, including underneath here. I will get into strapping and bedding at a later date, but basically speed is of the essence when it comes to unsaddling and strapping your horse. So clips makes it a lot easier to just unclip, whip everything off, and you're good to start dousing them in water. However, if you're just starting out, there is absolutely nothing wrong with your standard eventing breastplate, especially considering for the most part of the early rides, you have half an hour to strap and present to the vet anyway. So these are perfectly fine to start with. I have basically 3 of these different brands. There's Coventry, Zilko, and I don't even know what that one is. They all have this anti-gall padding. They all have lots of clips, and this one's got fleece on it as well. Stirrups. Most riders will use cage and padded stirrups like this. I can't anymore for reasons I won't bother going into. I do still like a wide-based stirrup though, for that extra support. And on my main saddle, I have caged just a pair of safety stirrups. But again, there is nothing wrong with using dressage irons if that's what you've got. And then later on down the track, if you find you want that extra padding and comfort, upgrade to a pair of those cage stirrups. One hint is to attach your stirrup leathers underneath the flap and you get less rubbing under the thigh. A lot of people will use fenders, not standard stirrup leathers. Again, personal choice. I don't like how they put extra strain on my ankles, so I just don't use them. Let me know if you have any other questions.